did I put them? Good. All right. I think this is this one we already did. So there, of course, you just add 11. Did I say check? Oh, I said check.
Are you, next, can you do G? Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna do these first four.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Everybody's, well, let's see, G? What happened with G?
I just want to know. You have to like do like the comment, but I don't know.
Okay, we'll do it. Don't worry. We gotta build up there. So if I want to check this, is everybody cool with that first one? Yeah. So I want to check this, so then check it. I know what x is supposed to be, plug it back in. 20 minus 11 is 9, check. All right, like. Check. So then this guy. Yeah, just divide. X is -4. And then if I want to check it, 3 times -4 is -12. Check. Now I love when people get the wrong answer and they just write it here and they check. No, did you even look at what you just wrote? All right, sorry. So when you check, actually check. This step is supposed to help you if you got this one wrong. So, really check. And now this one might be a little bit freaky. All right. 2 things about this one. You could, I'm adding -8, so I got to subtract -8. Well, what's subtracting -8? What's the same? Adding 8. So the other thing to realize is -8 plus x is the same thing as x minus 8. So that's why I have to add 8. So really, a little bit on top of what operation do the opposite, it really is do whatever's going to make that cancel. How do I kill -8 with positive, plus 8? I like it. Because it's addition, I'm going to either add or subtract to kill the thing that's with it. In this case, it's negative, so I'm going to add 8. But if it was this, what would I do?
Divide by -8.
Divide by -8, no question. Because it's multiplication, I'm going to divide by that thing.
Excuse me.
That's all right. Well, that's an extreme reaction. So then I get, on this side I get x, and on this side I get
-3.
-3. And then if I go to check it, -8 plus -3, well that is definitely -11, check. How we guys doing? Now, I want to remind you, I might have said this before, but if I'm doing something and I sound like you should get it and other people around you are like, I get it, and you don't get it, ask. Right? If you don't understand something, at least 8 other people don't understand that. And you could be their hero, if just for one day.
Yeah, David Bowie.
Huh? You good? You ready to be a hero, as always? Be a hero. All right, and this one, I think this one shouldn't be too evil now. How do you kill the 6? Times it by 6.
18.
Kick ass. And then to check it, 18 divided by 6 is 3. Sweet. I like it. All right, so a lot of you guys went on the back. I should definitely be a little freaky. Some of us didn't get there. That's okay. I want to talk a little bit in general about the next level of this, and then I'll let you guys finish that up. Some of you guys already did, but just, hang out. I'll leave that up here for a little bit. What time we got? I got to do
It's
our...
106 right now. We got till 150. It's about
I
45.
just want to have... Yeah, today's our long day.
I gotta eat before breakfast.
Maybe not.
Oh, are we taking our field
We're
trip?
going to do a
today?
field trip, so maybe we can catch some food on the way to deliver. Yeah.
Vending machine.
Something, right? nice healthy Doritos or something. So when we start, so each one of those had one operation that I had to undo. And of course we stepped that up. So the very next level would be something like 2x minus 7 equals 13. Okay? So this already came up earlier. I have two things that are on burying my x. I got a subtraction of 7 and I got a multiple of 2. I could technically kill either one of those first. But what sucks about dividing by 2 is I would create a couple fractions. And what really sucks, let me change this for a second. If it would have been this, I don't want to be this, but it actually doesn't matter. I'm going to officially change it. Yeah, Jeff. Make this a 14. Yeah. Now, don't write this down. The biggest mistake I see is somebody will do this. What has happened? That's wrong. Bless you. When it, yeah. Yes. If I do something to one side, I have to do the other side. What should be divided by 2? Both of these things. Somehow I only divided him by 2 and he escaped. No. He'd have to be over 2 also. Oh, shit. Right? Which isn't horrible, but again, why would you have a fraction show up before it needed to? I'd rather have it show up in the end because then I'm done. Right? So, what's the more correct way to do this? Which term has my variable in it? 2x. Why is that term not by itself?
Because it's stupid 7.
Stupid 7. And what's the 7 doing? So then you're going to add. Do you see the process? And you say this to yourself in your head. Maybe not out loud because on a test people might smack you, but in your head you go through that process. There's my x. That's what's with it. Let me undo it. I can almost talk. So this goes away. This is still here. And this is another level of this that really students start to do parts over here and parts over there, and then they try to put them back in, and they always put it in the wrong place. And be organized. My God, it's already difficult enough by itself until you start coming in with all this shit all over the place. You want to be organized. Plus, for the person grading your stuff, he wants you to be organized. And the last step.
Divide by 2.
Divide by 2. If I don't say anything about what way I want to see the answer, you can stop there. Because you can't reduce that, right? What would that look like as a mixed number? 10. As a mixed number.
10 and a half.
10 and a half. I like the 0.1 though. 0.1 would be 1/10, right?
Yeah.
So 1/2 would be 0.1. Yeah. So if I wanted it as a decimal, it would be 10.5. Yeah. I like it. They like it. All right. I can remember I have this kind of problem on here. Yes. So then the ultimate step would be, well, actually, let me not go there yet. What about this problem? What you got, Jeff? Sure. So again, real quick. One of the most basic things you're going to keep in your head is get all your x's on one side, all your numbers on the other, and you're like, you stole my thunder. Oh well, I'm a teacher. Stole my thunder. So this has got x's and numbers all over the damn place. Is there any distribution to do? Because that's normally what you look for no. So you pick a way to move the x's, and you pick the other way to move the numbers. So I will move the x's this way because then they stay positive, right? That's another thing. Don't bring a negative in if you don't have to. So what do I do to get the x's all together? Good. I want them to die over here and respawn over there. Good. See, that's here, equals 11. I'm going to keep making that, because people just disorganize and that kind of floats over there and just shit happens. And then, of course, what do I have to do?
Divide.
No. And again, if I divide by 2, I'm going to create fractions. Is it wrong? No. Is it making the problem harder than it should be? Yes. So if you want to, it's okay. But I'd rather add 5. And then almost always Division is last. X is 8. And again, I could plug it in to check it. Yes?
So in the context of problem I, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong,
No,
but I always
you're
get.
not.
I always,
Well, it depends.
Gotcha.
You should get something funky at the end.
That one threw me off too because the X's cancel out.
What I
Yeah.
love.
That's why.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
They
So
do?
everybody's, yes.
That sucks.
Yes.
Yeah, they cancel out.
That's not math's fault.
It like
Yeah, it
threw
is.
me off too. I like read it twice.
All right.
Okay.
So guys,
What's wrong? I did
is
like 3 different
anything
ways.
possible? No, I'm sorry. If the motivational speaker said that to you, they were so freaking wrong. Sorry. Right? Can you become a pack of cards? Do it. No, I can't. So not everything's wrong. So there are equations that aren't even just not connected. They could be connected to something in the real world. And what's the only way math can tell us, dude, that's not possible? Is if the equation doesn't work. That's the only way it can communicate with us. Dude, 0 equals 7. It'll never work. Or 0 equals 0 or 7 equals 7, whatever, something true. It's like it always works, dude. It don't matter what you do. It's always going to work. So for example, can somebody tell me, is there a number that stays the same if I add 1 to it?
No.
Shit, no. But do you see how that's what the equation says? So I want to figure out what number stays the same if I add 1 to it. What should the math do? It should do something weird because there's no way to do that. So let's start doing math to this. Subtract x, right? And what I really love is you guys hate variables. You're like, why are the letters in there? God, and then they want to die and you save them. Oh, save. You're like, I hate you, but get up here. No, they're dead. What's here?
0.
That's my 18th puberty. 0 equals
1.
1. Don't circle that shit. Don't go write a paper saying, well, I've discovered. Right? If I have no money, I actually have $1. So. No. What does this mean? No solution. That's what you circle. If I would have gotten 1 equals 1, all real numbers would work. Then that means whatever I wrote is true, independent of x. So whatever this is, it's false, independent of x. That's why the x is canceled, because they don't matter. Ain't no way. I don't care what number it is. There ain't no way to make that work. Whereas this one, for example, how many numbers make this statement work?
1.
1. 8 makes this statement true. So we found the one answer. No answer makes this true.
So then is problem number I the how many dogs you have, add that to how many your birthdays is, and it's always going to equal 1?
No,
Because like what
not
all
quite.
numbers work for?
That thing we did earlier was sort of like a one-sided thing. It didn't have 2 sides. But it sort of led into this. So it's not related to making it always come out to something. Okay. Yes.
So what is the solution to I?
There's no solution.
No, I can't remember now. I think it comes out to be 0 equals 0.
I got 5 equals 5.
Which is that true?
Yeah.
Good. So then it's all real numbers. So now watch. Guys, stay with me. When I solve an equation, here's the correct way to say the solution. Ready? When this is true, then this is true. So look how that applies here. When this is true, then this is true. Well, when is 0 equal 1?
Never.
So I have no solutions. So if you get 5 equals 5, when 5 equals 5, then the equation is true. When is 5 not 5?
Yeah.
Never. On Tuesdays. Every other Wednesday. No. Then that's why it's all real numbers. It doesn't matter because it's always true. Okay, maybe.
So you can.
The mild and the sort of angry. Yes.
So you can like let any number into X.
Totally. And if you
this
wanted to
iteration.
check that, you could just pick a couple of random numbers and it should come out true no matter what.
Decimal points even.
Even. Yeah. Even square root of pi.
That's actually kind of rad.
All right. Let's see. What time is it? Okay. A few minutes. We got to get headed out. So, let's look at that. Let's look at 2 of these. Look at H.
Someone had a question about G, I think.
True. Let's start with G. So this one, we should know better how to handle this one now. Right? This is a situation where there's x's and there's nothing to do on either side. Both sides are simplified. So now it's just a choice about which way to take stuff. So how do you get your x's together? What are you going to do?
Subtract 3.
How do you get your x's together?
Subtract 3x from the left side.
Minus 8.
You could subtract 8.
No, you can subtract 3.
Listen. You could subtract 8, but wouldn't that make this a negative number?
Mhm.
Is that wrong? No. Does it lead you to a possible negative mistake later? Yeah. So I'm going to subtract 3x instead so that my result is positive. And again, I really want you to understand, this is just a suggestion from me to not let something show up that normally makes you make mistakes. Don't let a negative show up if you have an option. You guys kind of with me? It doesn't matter what side the x's end up on. Doesn't matter.
Oh, for real?
No, yeah. So watch. If I work a problem out and I get 7 equals x, and you don't like the x over there, all right, just put it over there. Because if 7 is x, then x is freaking 7.
Let's see.
So let's see what we get. Bam.
4, 5.
Yeah.
Add 11.
4 equals 5x minus 11. And now I can do it. 11. There's nothing wrong with adding 11 first. I just happen to focus on the x's. So add 11.
15.
And divide by 5.
And divide by 5.
3.
See, I'm already turning it around there. See?
Well, see, actually 3 equals x.
True.
In that context.
That's what I said.
I got the same thing when I did it.
Totally, yeah, of course. All right, now watch. So if I did it the other way. So you did the minus 8x?
Yeah.
All right. I want to show you. So if I did minus 8x instead.
Negative,
Yeah, see how I get negative 5x and negative 15?
yeah.
And then when you divide, the negatives, of course,
They turn to positive.
cancel. So that's pretty much what's always going to happen. If you choose to go the other way, the signs are just going to be different. And then they cancel out at the end.
That one's a little bit longer.
Out. Is it? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, maybe. Okay, one last one, and then we have to hit the road. So let's do I.
Yeah,
I. Do I. Oh yeah, there's a place you can make a mistake right at the beginning, which really sucks. It's a really easy mistake to make. Did I start that kind of?
Mm-hmm. Yay.
What am I supposed to do? Yes. Please, dear God, don't put 9 here, right? There's no 11 minus 2 anywhere up here. It's 11 minus, I don't know yet. So when you distribute this, though, what is being distributed? Negative 2. And again, if you don't believe me, if you're like there's a 2, I can write this as plus a negative. So there is a negative 2. So I get 11. Let's not do it. Minus 2x.
Minus 6.
Good. Minus 6.
Plus x.
Good. And then just write the rest of it. And now it's just cleanup time, right? So normally once you distribute, you clean up each side. I'll do this side.
Add x.
Whew. Okay. Okay, over here, what do you get? You get
11 minus x.
11 minus 6 is 5.
Oh, yeah.
Negative 2x plus x. Negative x. And you can kind of see where this is going right now, right? Now, you could have done this in a different way, a different order, or whatever. So already, some of you should be able to say all real numbers because when is 5 minus x equal to 5 minus x?
Oh, it's
But how do I get my x's together?
add 1x. 5 minus 5 equals 5.
But again, I always get somebody that like, oh, poor little, no, he's dead. Let him die. Don't circle that because it's nothing ground shaking. All right, I've discovered. The 5 is 5. Oh my God. So what's the answer?
No solution.
No.
All real.
Yeah, be careful. So the other one was no solution because the result I got was never true. When is this true?
Always.
Always. So it's all real numbers. Independent of what x is. So then one way to check this is just randomly pick a number. 11. Put it in, it should work. Any number, that's what we just figured out. So put a 7 in, it works. Put a 3 in, it works. Put a negative 18.764444449, it works.
Do that one. Do that last one.
What did you do with the negative 6?
What's 11 minus 6?
Oh,
And then negative 2x plus
Got
x.
it, got it.
So I'm just getting my like terms together on that step. Yes? Say again? Oh, sure. You could go one more step and subtract 5, right? But again, when is that true? Always. So no matter what you do, if you do it all right, you're going to end up with a statement that is always true. Right? And then the other way you can end up with it. So if one guy got 9 equals 4, and somebody else got 13 equals 1, well, you both got the same answer, no solution. It just depends on what order you decided to do things in. Yeah.
So how would you prefer us to write all real numbers like that, or 'cause
Oh.
it used to be I learned ARM.
No, screw that shit. You can either say all real, or the real symbol for it is R with an extra spine. That means all real numbers. R with an extra spine is like reinforced R. It's anybody ever seen that symbol for the real numbers?
Uh-uh.
For you guys? Yeah. So why use 3 letters when I can use 1 with an extra spine?
Okay.
Yes.
I missed the part on the second part of the equation where you got your solution.
Which part? Sorry. Where did I lose you? Which step? This step.
Yeah, that step, yeah.
So negative 2 times x, negative 2 times 3. Is that cool?
No, the one below that.
And then what's 11 minus 6?
Yeah. a five,
Negative
yeah.
2x plus x.
X,
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll notice if you have trouble with sign numbers like negative 5 plus 3, you're going to make really easy mistakes and get all these wrong because you're going to have a bunch of like terms and some are going to be negative, some are going to be positive. You got to know signed numbers. Negative 5 plus 2. You got to know what that is because it's going to happen to you in these problems, right? And that really sucks when you do all the algebra right, but you say negative 2x plus x is x plus x. No, it ain't. And then you have no chance to get the right answer. Thankfully, your teacher gives you partial credit, which is a big reason why I need you to show me your work so I can do that. So, let's do this. We're going to head out. I can't lock the door, so you want to bring stuff with you. We're not going to come back to the room officially, right? If you guys could pack up and start to walk in that direction, we're going to go towards the library, but go slow. Let me try to catch up to you and get out in front, okay? Thank you.